Alright, today we're going to start with a problem that says use midpoint rule. And really all midpoint rule is instead of using those dots that are on the curve for the upper or lower sums, we're just going to find the middle of those and make rectangles from those. So the first thing I'm going to do is create those rectangles. And so what I'm going to need is I'm going to need the midpoints for each of these. And I am supposed to do it with subintervals of 4, so I'm making 4 of them. And notice what I'll do is I'll just make a rectangle of width 1, because that would create my subintervals of 4. My rectangles are a little off, by the way. They're not very straight. But you should get the idea. This is my height at where the midpoint is, and I'll draw those segments straight down. So what I'm going to do now is figure out the area of each of these. Now, before I do that, what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to actually have to plug in each of these values, which is going to take me a little bit of time, because I need to know the height at 1 half, at 3 halves, at 5 halves, and at 7 halves. So I will do that off to the side here. So I'm going to be plugging in each of those so I can find the height. So I'll show you that right up here on one of them. So I'm going to do 1 half squared plus 4 times 1 half. So when I plug in 1 half, I really end up getting 1/4 plus 2, which is 2 and 1/4. When I plug in 3 halves, I would be doing 3 halves squared plus 4 times 3 halves. This ends up giving me 9/4 plus, this would be 12 over 2, which is 6. Well, that's 2 and 1/4. So I'd have 8 and 1/4. When I plug in 5 over 2, I have 5 over 2 squared plus 4 times 5 over 2. 5 halves squared is 25/4. And I'd have plus 10. 25/4 plus 10 is 16 and 1/4. And the last one I have to do that for is 7 halves. 7 halves squared plus 4 times 7 halves. Equals, that would be 49/4, and I end up getting plus 14. Well, this is 12 and 1/4 plus 14 is 26 and 1/4. So now I have each of my heights, and I'm going to go ahead and box those in because I'm going to need those for my area of my rectangles. So now all I need to do is find the area of the rectangles. So the area is approximately the height of the first one is 2 and 1/4 times 1, plus the height of the second one, 8 is 8 and 1/4 times 1, plus the height of the third one is 16 and 1/4 times 1, plus the height of the fourth one is 26 and 1/4 times 1. So this gives me an answer of 53 when you add those all together. I'll continue on the next video with the last two examples.